Good morning. Today is Monday, May 18th, and let's talk about how our homes reflect our inner selves. Now, your home is always speaking, not through words, but through how it feels to live inside it. Every room, pile, corner, and surface quietly mirrors something about your internal experience. When life feels chaotic, your home often holds the evidence. When you feel grounded, your home reflects that too. The connection is subtle but powerful. Your home reveals the emotional state you're often too busy to notice. When I walk into my home, I'm instantly uplifted and relaxed. I love my home. However, I do notice that when I start feeling a bit overwhelmed with life, I notice that my home has quite a bit of clutter and things need to be decluttered, reorganized, and recleaned. My house is literally mirroring my emotions. A cluttered home doesn't mean you're failing. It means your emotional or mental bandwidth is stretched. Piles often represent delayed decisions. Clutter often represents overwhelm. Disorganization often represents internal noise. Your home is a compassionate mirror, not a judgmental one. It shows you what needs care, not criticism. As I have complained about a lot in my blog, my kitchen seems to be the catch all. It always feels like no matter what my husband or I do to keep it clean, it always has clutter on the island. So I'm taking the steps to reorganize my pantry and try to make room for more items so we can have less on our countertops and on the island. I will say I was pretty successful, and then I walked downstairs this morning and the island is once again covered. And I was just like, oh, it's important to know that every object you keep holds energy, memories, identities, guilt, hope, dreams, attachment. Sometimes your home becomes a museum of older versions of yourself you no longer are. Think of clothes that don't fit, books from past chapters, items kept out of obligation. This emotional accumulation can feel subtle but draining. Your outer world becomes stuffed with past versions of you, leaving little space for who you're becoming. What objects in your home feel tied to an old identity? I recently gave away a bunch of clothes, and that makes my wardrobe and closet feel so much lighter. When your inner world feels safe, your home naturally becomes more open and breathable. Spaciousness in your environment signals trust in yourself, trust in life, trust in the moment. It means you're not embracing for impact. Creating spaces in your home often creates space inside your mind too. My bedroom is one area that always feels open and calming, and I contribute that to getting off my butt and putting away those clothes that I have dreaded putting away. Stagnation in your home is more than just a vibe. It's often a sign that something inside you isn't moving. Maybe you're avoiding a decision, resisting change, or holding on to something emotionally unresolved. Stagnant corners, ignored repairs, and untouched closets tend to reflect inner piles we're not yet ready to sort through. Are there areas in your home where the energy feels stuck? Now, I do believe there are items in our closets that we just don't know what to do with. They hold sentimental value that we are not ready to let go of yet, but also the items serve no purpose for us in our current state. These are items that we really need to figure out to free up some space. Your home can stabilize you or overstimulate you. A soft blanket, a clear countertop, a candle, a made bed, or a clean entryway can regulate your nervous system faster than you might expect. Your environment constantly sends signals to your brain, and small changes in your home can generate profound internal shifts. I share my office space with my husband's desk, which seems to catch things as we come through the door. My youngest son's desk, which is a complete disaster. I look over at his desk and it makes me feel stressed. I have informed him that before our guests come into town this month, actually this week, just a few days, that desk and his room need to be cleaned. It just drives me crazy. And I know that this small change will bring me so much satisfaction and relief. It will just provide him stress. Your next level self has preferences, routines, and energy that your current environment may not yet reflect. You can ask yourself, does my home support who I'm becoming or who I've been? Preparing your home for your future self creates an energetic pull forward, a subtle invitation to your next chapter. So, my next steps are keeping my pantry in order so I can remove most of those items off the countertop and island so that I can embrace the version of my home and myself where there is less visible clutter in my home. Your home doesn't need to be perfect to reflect peace or clarity, it just needs to be intentional. Let it be a soft mirror, a compassionate reflection of where you are and where you're going. When you shift one small space, you often shift something inside yourself too. Now, today's positive affirmation is I consciously create balance in my day. Balance in your home, balance in your schedule, balance in your inner world. I hope you have a great day.